Hey friends, I'm Nick Arnette. I'm 65 years old, been playing disc golf for about 2.5 years. And you know what? I watch a ton of disc golf instructional videos. There are some wonderful ones out there, but there really isn't anything geared towards senior disc golfers. I am an amateur as you can get. So I'm only here to talk about discs that old people can throw or people with lower arm speed can throw, okay? If you want advice on how to be a better disc golfer, this isn't the channel. This is only to share some discs with you that I think you can throw for those of you like me with lower arm speed, people over 60 years old. There just aren't enough of us out there on the course. And I think one of the reasons is they're just not getting good discs to learn with. They're just too heavy, the stuff they're getting. So here we go with some discs that I think old dudes can throw or people with low arm speeds can throw. Hope you enjoy it. Here we go. Okay, friends, here's where I'd start, all right? I would go to a sporting goods store or Amazon, 20 bucks. Here's the starter pack, the Innova starter pack, 20 bucks if you have Prime, plus tax, okay? And you get yourself an AVR putter, and you get yourself a shark and the leopard. And they're all lightweight. This is stuff that you can throw right away. If you have low arm speed, they're gonna be fine. And if you're only gonna play once a month, even or less, this will be fine. This will do you for a long time. Hang on to them, have fun with them, all right? So that's where you start. And then I'm gonna show you, once you kind of outgrow these, you'll be throwing, you'll want more, and you will, if you like the sport, and I know you will, then you're gonna want some other stuff, all right? So I'm gonna tell you what I did after this, okay? I kind of outgrew my starter pack. So here we go with the next step. The next step, you're gonna want some stuff maybe that you can throw better, maybe farther. Did you notice I said farther, not further? That is correct, okay? Please, people, you throw farther, not further. You throw far, not fur. Okay. The cheetah, to throw into the wind a little bit, it's pretty forgiving, not a very popular disc, but it does pretty well in the wind when you haven't been playing a real long time, but you've outgrown your starter pack a bit. The cobra was another one a friend of mine recommended to me. It flies nice and straight, good mid-range, and you could even drive with it. Really nice. You'll like the cobra. Again, these are in the base plastic. I'm talking about base plastic right now, okay? And then my favorite, this was my favorite driver when I grew out of my starter pack, was the Sidewinder. Oh my gosh, I get it in a lightweight. You can get this in a lightweight. I'm still suggesting lightweight discs between 150, 160. You could even go down to 145 in a lot of these. Get lighter discs. There is no shame in it, friends. They're just easier to throw, and they will likely go farther. The enemy will be the wind, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But get them in lightweight. Do not get maximum weight discs. It will not be your friend, okay? Get lightweight discs. If you outgrow them, then get them in heavier, and buy things in base plastic to start. Don't go with the fancy, expensive stuff to start with, all right? Moving on. Okay, so now we're graduating to premium plastic. If you're just going to get a couple, here's two that I really would recommend that you get, and they'll last you forever, and they're easy to throw. It even says on it, easy to throw. This is a diamond. It's made by Latitude 64, and they're all made lightweight, so don't worry, just order it. And it is awesome. It is a really wonderful disc, easy to throw. If you have low arm speed, this is a great disc for you. This is an 8-speed, and then one above that is called the Jade, and I drive with this one quite a bit, and I'm real happy with it. I use them both. This one I throw hyzer flips with, and I'll throw in a little video of me throwing a hyzer flip, or at least my version of that. So it's really, these are two wonderful discs. Latitude 64 Easy to Throw series. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just an old guy that wants to make things easier for old guys and people with low arm speed, okay? So these two things, yes, they're awesome. And also, the Mamba. I can throw that, even though it has a pretty darn fast speed. Let's see what the speed is here, friends. I'm gonna, this is an 11-speed disc, all right? And it does sound, but you can throw it. Somebody with low arm speed, this one is 147. I had one of my very best rounds with this disc. I used it when I got brand new, beating it in, wearing it in. I used it for everything. Everything. I even putted with it, and I had one of my best rounds ever with this very disc. This is called the Mamba, and it does hold the world record. There's some guy of like 100 years old throwing this disc. I'll see if I can let you know about that guy too. He's awesome. But the Mamba, get you one of these guys. Again, I don't there's other discs, and I want you guys to recommend stuff below that I didn't mention, but I want stuff that's easy to throw, things that somebody, a senior, can throw, or people that have low arm speed, all right? Here's the deal with me with my low arm speed. People say I have like a real smooth, easy throw. Well, that's me trying to throw as fast as I can, all right? So I just don't have that much arm speed. So I'm just gonna tell you a disc that I can throw, 65-year-old guy with low arm speed. Another thing, friends, and this is something I didn't know at all. I took a lesson when I very first started, and this guy told me to get these discs. So I went and got what he told me, and they didn't fly anything like the other discs that I had used that were the same. Like, for instance, this is a Leopard, and then he told me to go out and get a G-Star Leopard at a higher weight, and it flew nothing like the disc in the baseline plastic. So please keep that in mind. Don't go wasting your money just because you can throw one thing well, for instance, like this Beast. Take a look at this video. This is my friend has a Beast that's in the baseline plastic, then he throws this one, and this is still pretty lightweight. It's a Blizzard Champion plastic, but it flies completely different than the baseline. Yeah, I'm gonna have Mike throw the Beast, and that's a DX plastic, and after that he's going to throw a Champion Blizzard plastic, and I'll show you the difference in the flights. All right, and now here we go with the we've got the Beast in the Blizzard plastic, and at 157, I believe. Just be careful before you spend your money. Be real comfortable. It's just gonna take, you're gonna have to throw a little faster to get this premium plastic to fly the same way that the baseline plastic flies. But you will. You'll be able to once you play for a while. Somebody gives you one of these, don't even bother. This thing is like brand new. Somebody gave me one of these, I threw it one time. It's just too fast. It's just too hard to throw. Here's another thing. The old guys that I see out there that can throw a fast disc, and they can throw extremely far, they've been playing for a while, most of them. Most of them have been playing a really long time. But guys like me, you know, there's no shame in just throwing lighter disc and having some fun out there. You can still play a good game and maybe even keep up with some of the hipsters while you're out there. All right, so don't worry about it. Okay, friends, so you did your drive, all right? So your next shot is your approach shot, right? Your mid-range. So here we go. Here are some that I think that would be good to have. There are a lot of different types, lots of them. So this is not a full list, not even close. There's a ton of these. Weight doesn't matter quite as much on these. I would probably stay in the 165 range if you can find it in that. Definitely not max weight for the mid-range, but I try to stay in about 165 if you can, all right? And not into 170 if you can avoid it, okay? The Rock is a classic, all right? There it is, the Rock. I like this Envy, the soft Envy. This is 167. It's pretty easy to throw. I can throw that, old guy with slow arm speed. Here's the Hex. I like this one a lot. I use this a lot. I use it also for my mid-range, and I also putt with this. It just flies really straight. I really like the Hex a lot, okay? Usually it flies and then it, boom, it goes down, and it handles the wind pretty well too, all right? And of course the Buzz. I know you've been waiting for me to say the Buzz. This is a classic. I don't use it a lot. But some people, they just love it. It's usually you're a Buzz person or you're a Rock person, and there's also a Rock 3, but I lost that. I lost it in the weeds, so here's a Rock, okay? There you go. There's a ton of mid-ranges, so not even close to being an exhaustive list. I said we're going to talk about putters a little bit because I don't really have a lot to say about putters. There's a whole bunch of them, and you know, if you're within 20 feet, to me, they all seem to fly about the same if you're not a pro. I use this one called the Warden. It's 175, it's my heaviest disc, but if it's windy and all, it seems to hold up well. And like I said earlier, I like to use my Hex to putt. Some days I find it a lot better than anything else. And then here's one. This thing is all the rage, and it's a really good, buy this one, okay? It's called the Glitch, and it's really light. This one is 144. Anybody can throw this. You can play catch with it. This is a really good one to get somebody started in disc. For their first round, they could just use this entirely. It flies really straight. The Glitch, all right? I use it for putting. I've made some really, really long putts with this. It flies more like the old Frisbees, how we remember, real easy to throw like that. The Glitch. This is kind of hard to find sometimes. There's a place called Discovering the World. I'll put the link in there. They seem to always have them, all right? Again, I get nothing for any of this. I just want you all to enjoy the sport. The glitch, though. The glitch. All right, there's a ton of videos on the glitch, so watch them. Okay, just a little extra thing here. If you've been playing a while, your arm speed's up. You're still an old dude, but you're getting there where you can throw some stuff that, you know, faster disc. Here's a couple that I have. Again, I have low arm speed, but if it's really windy, I use this Wraith. This is 167, but I only use it if it's really windy. If it's really windy into a headwind, I can get it to fly okay. And this Star Turn, I've been learning how to throw a forehand, and this has been really good for that. This is in 148, and I can throw this as a forehand, but not a backhand. It goes too much like that. This is a disc that's pretty new in my bag. It's called the Lucid Air Escape. Again, you want to get the Lucid Air, not the regular Escape. It's just too heavy, too hard to throw. It takes a dive. This one can handle the wind pretty well, especially at that light weight. So I'm really impressed with it. The Lucid Air Escape, I can throw it. I don't throw it if there's not any wind, but if I throw into a little bit of wind and there's some wind out there, this has been really good. I almost got my first ace with it the other day. Again, friends, this is not a comprehensive list whatsoever. There's a ton of stuff that will work. Please, in the comments below, share them. Let's make the game more enjoyable for everyone, especially those of us with low arm speed, okay? Here's a couple channels I think that you would really like to help you learn more about disc golf, to get better at it, forms, techniques, and all this stuff. Robbie C. Disc Golf, I'll put the link in the description below. Robbie C. is awesome. And there's another group called Rippin' Disc, okay? Those guys, Rippin' Disc, R-I-P-P-I-N Disc. Wonderful. They both have really good content, and they explain things well, and they have good variety. So do check them out. I do hope that there'll be more stuff, especially Robbie C. and Rippin' Disc. If you could put out stuff, some videos for people that have low arm speed, realistic discs that people with low arm speed can throw, because you're young. So you recommend discs that are good for beginners, but there are beginners that are 30 years younger than us. So yeah, of course they're going to be able to throw those. But old dudes like me, not so much. All right. My neighbor there, the guy just walked by. See, he could probably do it. He's a young guy. See, but I'm old, so I need lighter stuff. And that's what I don't know if there'll be more of these videos or not. But I said my piece. I hope I see you guys out there. We need more old dudes out there. We need to represent, okay? Because we're the boomers. We knew Frisbees. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making this and putting it together. I've been wanting to do it for a while. Old dude disc golf, everybody.
Old dude.